So for this video, we're going to be making a unicorn. As per usual, I'm going to start sculpting the head and feet. Personally, I use Super Sculpey, but realistically you can use any type of clay you want, any that you prefer. Super Sculpey you can get from Hobby Lobby or Michael's or any other pretty normal craft store, or you can even order them online. It's pretty easy to get a hold of. Now the head and the feet are all sculpted. I've already gone ahead and attached them to the armature, which is just made out of steel wire, and I hot glue all the clay pieces into the wire so that they're secure. Now it's time to build up the horse's body. I do this by using quilt batting, and I just cut the quilt batting into very long strips and just slowly wrap it around the armature and build up the body. Quilt batting is pretty easy to get a hold of. You can get it at craft stores as well. You can also get it at like even Walmart sells it. It's not that expensive and it's pretty easy to find, so be prepared to use quite a bit of it if you do plan on making sculptures. You will go through this quite frequently. Here I am cutting the patterns for the fur. I call my method the go for it method because there's really no planning for it. You probably shouldn't be doing this way if you're just starting out, but basically I'll just wrap the fur around the body and cut slits where the legs will go through, and then I just trim it to size. This works for me in the sense of I can get the fabric as close and accurate to the actual body proportions, but it could waste a little bit of fur, but I buy it in such large quantities that doesn't really matter to me. It all comes down to preference. If you really want to plan it out, it's whatever you really want to do. So once the body is all sewn up and I brush it all out, now it's time to start trimming all that fur down. And for the horse, I pretty much shaved it like completely down because horses, obviously, they're not the fluffiest things in the world. I use actually a pet shaver. It really works well for just getting the bulk fur off, and then I'll go back in and I'll trim it up with some scissors to get really sharp edges for the legs. That really helps show off the bends and the anatomy of the animal. So I would definitely recommend a trimmer. It makes things a lot quicker if you're ever going to do a thing like this. I didn't record this, but I did after it was all trimmed. I just painted it white and added some pinks in the nose and ears. Okay, this is one of the common questions I do get is how do I attach fur to the clay pieces? In this video I'm using Fabri-tac, which I highly recommend if you're going to ever be attaching fur to clay. It dries really smooth and thin, and the fur just grabs onto it really quickly so you can keep working. I just cut the fur off the backing of the fabric and glue it right on. It's not as hard as people might think. You just have to learn to kind of lay the fur the direction you want it to go and then trim it to the length that you would want it. Also experimenting with a new product. I bought some Instamorph, which is just these little plastic beads that you can heat up in really, really hot water. You can see me showing it and forming it into the unicorn horn. It just works a lot better instead of clay, because if this falls, the horn's not going to break because it's made out of hard plastic rather than it being clay. And then you're done. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Leave a comment down below of what you would like to see in the future, and drop a like if you happen to enjoy it. And if you'd like to see future videos, maybe give it a subscribe. Thanks guys, see you next time.